Hello everyone, welcome back to the Andrews and Eastern. It is early in the morning on day, what is this? Yesterday was day 18, so I guess this is day 19. We've got our passenger train, and our passenger train has a timetable. That's right, now that we've made it to Whittier, we're going to introduce timetables to this railroad. In this case, this is train 1 pass, departing Andrews in about 20 seconds. Running all the way to Whittier. Its counterpart, train 2 pass, left about 10 minutes ago. It should be reaching Bryson in about 12 minutes. So we're going to sit here and watch this train get out. And there it goes. It's not perfectly full, but it's pretty full. So the thing about timetables is, if you implement them, passengers are only going to start congregating at the stations shortly before the train they want arrives. So it's not just pull up and grab whoever's there, it'll be pull up and hopefully there's a whole flood of people waiting for you. Oh yeah, I updated the parlor car mod and it took away the marker lights. What's with that? In any case, let's come over here real quick. We're getting our outbound train ready. And it's pretty long, because now we also have to deal with all the cars that are going to Whittier. Oh. You have a switch against you. Why do you have a switch against you? No, in any case, that should get you out. And meanwhile, that was train 55. I saw that thing for it. There's train 55, so 55 is also getting ready. And since train 34 is going to be really heavy, we're going to have 55 pop on the back and shove. And now this is good and all, but I actually want to head over to our other passenger train, which is not too far out of Bryson. In fact, there's the Walker line. And there's a reason for this. But for that, we need to go over to Bryson. And if we go over to Bryson, what we're going to see, this guy is blocking the way. There's a reason for that. What we're going to do when when our other engine gets in, we're going to cut off that little American, and we're going to put the big Pacific on with the extra cars. This is the one that was wrecked at Ela, and we fixed it. It's finally back. This should be able to take these cars, which are much heavier than the others, up and over Red Marble. So we're going to hang out here for a second and wait. We'll go ahead and fold in water 30, and we'll have it take the train over to interchange. And even though we're supposed to be selling it, the crew insisted on putting the caboose in the back. What's with that? And if we look at the map, there's nothing else immediately coming. Oh, there's one car, but we can let the next train take care of that. As long as it gets out, is really the important thing. And of course, we have all our cars for Whittier and Ela. And probably our Mikado, which is currently somewhere. Yeah, there it is. We'll have that taken out. And we still got a bunch of cars trying to get scrapped. We also have a couple of cars waiting to get scrapped. We just purchased those. So once our passenger train shows up, it shouldn't be too far away, yeah. We'll do the quick flip, and then we'll go back to getting our freight stuff ready. Which reminds me, our pulpwood train insisted that he could get all the way up to Graham County before the next passenger train. We're gonna see if that's the case. I do apologize for the late stream. Tuesday I was busy, and yesterday Hyce decided to stream, and there is, in my opinion, not much point in trying to stream if Hyce is streaming. He will outstream me any day of the week. Now, if we look at the timetable, I did go ahead and bake some extra time into the frame for this move. We might just bake that into the schedule on the other trains as well. Or we might change it. Since you are stopped, let's go ahead and get this done real quick. Waypoint you there. I'm going to take you off that crew. I'm going to assign you to that crew. We get, what did it say? $5 for 3 fares? Eh, not great. And yes, I know this means that we're gonna have the caboose in the middle of the train instead of the back. We're gonna pretend these are first class cars. We'll fix it later. For now, the focus is on making sure this train gets out on time. And I think now, if I set this to go forward, it should wait. Yeah, so it's gonna wait. So we'll get our 440 lined up and ready to go. And I guess we'll also come over here, we'll hop on the table and get it lined up for our next train. Other way. Ah! Flare! There we go. So once the yard is clear, we will have that come out. This thing needs a lot of... Oh, that's right. We don't have any coal at Whittier. We used all the coal at Whittier. Yeah, I forgot about that. So I think, yeah, let's go to the timetables to show you how to edit these. We're going to go to 4 pass, and we're going to say train 4. We're going to bump that up to 15. Or no, we want that to stay at 11. We want that... I think we want that to go up to 11 as well. Yeah. And then that goes up to 11. That goes up to 11. If we go back to this, I bet we set an arrival time instead of a departure time. Yeah. Arrival plus 12. Yeah, that should do it now. Apply. So that'll apply to all the later trains. And that way we can take time and cut stuff off from Bryson to get coal. Setting up the timetable takes a while, especially since it doesn't let you, like, copy things from one train and put them in another. You really do have to set it all up by manual. Yeah, as you can see, no passengers. Everyone who wants to get on is getting on. In the meantime, let's get back to 34 real quick. This is a massive train. And I think that what we need to do now, we want to cut you in. We're going to cut you out and MU you, and we want to set you to manual so that you will follow the leader. And now we take 34, who is the leader, and we tell you to go to Nantahala. And that way we can cut off the back end there, because the back end is all stuff for Nantahala. And we're going to put you in the siding, because I don't know when the pasture train will get there. It looks like that train's going to make it. And you are rolling. That's good. So we'll wait a bit, and then we'll get the all our freight stuff for Andrews rolled over. Until then, let's go back to 30. You're filled up, so we'll put you on the outbound train. And yeah, just for reference, again, on the passenger cars, we normally use the open platform cars. 57,000 pounds, that's under 30 tons. These are these are the Osgood Bradleys. Over 60 tons. These things are twice as heavy and they only carry another 24 passengers. That's the only benefit. I feel like they kind of suck, but... And then, of course, there's these things, which are not only heavier than the open cars, but carry fewer people. Although they do have the original observation car. I'm not going to talk about the Raider cars at the moment, because we're not using them this playthrough. This playthrough is the key word. I might use them next time. Alright, where's 12? That's right. 12 is at top bin. And if we go look... 43 is at Roto, so I think you can get into Graham County just fine. So... away you go. 22 cars, that's... Basically, it has all the pulpit cars for this end of the railroad. And we got departures from Bryson and Roto. Now, one thing I just realized, if we look at our timetable, we're about to make the other train late. Beforehand, both trains reached Whittier at 7:09. But now this one gets there 4 minutes later. So this train is going to incur a delay that it'll have to make up. So that could hurt us in that direction. We're going to fix that. I'm going to start. We're going to take this. I called that... I don't know why I called that 15. Okay, I did do that differently. So we're going to keep that as +7. We're going to make that +13. So yeah, I did something weird in there, apparently. And then on these trains, we're just gonna leave Andrews about 2 minutes later. Yeah. That affects our train, this train, insofar as it's now going to leave Topton a couple minutes later, which isn't a huge amount. And it still means it's going to be late a little bit late at Wesser, but that's okay. Though it did just affect this, because now it's going to be late getting to some of these stations. But it might make it up. I did build an extra minute into the schedule at each stop. If we go back to the editor, you'll notice it has a recommended time. I basically took the high end and added 1 minute. So with that in mind, I think we can tell you... we can tell you to head to... Let's get you out on the main line, and then you can just go, I think. I'll just set your throttle up and away you go. Follow behind the other train. Maybe I should think about getting signals. Feels like a lot of work, but I could do that. It's not really in our list of goals. Oh, and as far as money goes, we're getting up there, but unfortunately, because we had those 2 wrecks yesterday, our discount's down. So we probably won't get the Santa Fe until tomorrow. And tonight's stream is going to go, I guess, until one of the passenger trains gets to its destination. We'll do some other things tonight, but I don't have enough time for this. Alright, and away you go. Bye-bye. Now that he's gone, I think 12 is just getting to Graham County, so we're going to need a shenanigan for this. So I want to make sure all of these cars get in. And then we'll do a hard brake set. 2 handbrakes. Waypoint you down there. If you look, yeah, passenger train is almost the top then. And our big train is still struggling up the hill. It is a lot of train. Yeah, I'm not going to put you that far, actually. We'll stop you a little bit back. Yeah, that's probably good. Let's get you on the other side. Hopefully you'll have enough water to get everything back. Again, I think we've determined the decapod is good for 6 up the hill. So 20 cars, it's going to take, we probably do it in just, maybe we'll do 3 cuts of 5 this time and then however many in the afternoon. It takes 28 cars a day. So we're going to have to bring some back in the afternoon. That's conveniently 5 right there, so we'll just grab those to start. They won't be ready for a bit, but we can do that. I seem to recall that at one point before I started playing, this actually worked as an interchange with the Graham County logging line. So you would drop off cars and they'd come back later, and then they changed it to the current setup, which is probably a bit better. So we're going to wait on that. And we're going to go to... Okay, yeah, that train's going to be sitting there a bit. Let's go get our mill switcher ready. And we'll see if it can drag everything out in one, but I'm not sure. Got a few cars for PO, a couple for Seed Company, a bunch for R1, SH1, PW1, C11, more for PL1. That split kind of funny. Yep, holding at Topton. I don't think that's going to be an issue because our big train is not going very fast. And if we look at the other end of the railroad real quick. Hemingway stop. 30's going to catch it. Oh, that's right. 30 has to pick up some cars too. So I actually do need you to stop here. We're going to take those back. Can't remember. Did I set a minimum station wait? Just 1 minute. If we look at the timetable, okay, it should have been left already, but it's probably still loading. No, it's not loading anymore. There we go. 1 minute late. Let's see if it can make that minute up later. Still pretty full train, though. Oh, playing with the DE6, playing some DB. I played a little bit of Derail Valley recently too, but my computer is not good enough to stream it. Unless I turn the graphics way down. So what's the DE6 like? I've used it a bit myself, but what were you using it for? We have cars to... Oh, we do have cars to drop there. Okay. I cut that train kind of funky then. Sounds like the thing to do with that engine. Drag as much as possible. Pull the whole railroad. I'm a little worried about tonnage here, but that engine's still pretty strong. It's got, I think, 22,000 horse or tractive effort in whatever units we measure tractive effort in. do actually want to cut you off. Don't need the caboose. Might as well set the markers on it, though. Okay, it is struggling a bit. It is all loads that we're taking back. Hope we can get up red marble. I mean, I guess that's what our helper's for, but nonetheless. And we might just kick these. That does seem like overkill. To be honest, I've used a single DE6 for some light trains just because it was handy. I have not really used it for, well, I think I have used it for some heavy trains too. Oh, we're coming in too fast. Stop. We do want to sell this thing in decent condition, you know? Are we good? We're good. Eyeball. So with that out of the way, let's go back to our Andrew switcher. We'll see how much stuff we can drag in one. Worst case, we have to do this in 2 cuts, and we'll just take some interchange cars back. What do we have going out so far? Now we got 1 there. That's a lot of tonnage, but that's kind of what it's for. And I mean, it depends which route you take. 1,500 tons on a flat route might not work coming out of the harbor. So we got a whole bunch there, we got 1 there, and we got those 3 which were pulled out of there earlier. So, is 46,000 tractive effort enough to get this train out? We are about to find out, because we're going to shove into there. So that's where those cars go. And we'll handle the rest as it gets over there. It's moving, so I think it's going to work. I will admit I never really checked the bearings on these because they're not going very far. And while we wait on that and everything else is just kind of ready, it's time to get this thing moving. This is going to be our Whittier train. And we have a lot of stuff to take over. Oh, 1,500 out of the harbor. Interesting. So we want to have you pointing the other way. I think the game's engine manual tells you what they're rated for out of the harbor. This track. Oh yeah, there's our Mastodon. It's still being fixed. That's also one that we pulled out of the river at Ela. So you... Well, first off, do you have coal and water? You have coal and water. First step, you need to go to here. We're gonna leave these for the next train, because I think this is gonna be enough tonnage as is. Well, yeah, we'll see. Well, it is. If it's kind of conservative, that's probably because that's also meant to be the all-weather stat. If it's a cold and wet and slippery day, it might not be able to pull the full 1500. Got a notification. One of my friends is playing Repo. You guys ever wonder what Repo stands for? Look at the map real quick. You're on the way. You're on the way. Passenger train is just getting to Nantahala. The big train is slogging its way at 4 miles an hour outside of Roto. I hope we don't have to go send something else to go shove it. That would be bad. We are probably going to have to make a water control stop at the bottom of the hill. And this is why I want that Santa Fe. You know what? We're gonna grab those other log cars too. Finders Keepers. Don't know that song. I think worst case, if the big train stalls out, is I will have the Nantahala engine drop its cars and come back for them after it shoves the big train over the top. On that note, I wonder if I should get a plugin for OBS that tells you what song is playing. I hear there's one. They make one that does that. Can't remember. Did I set up car? I think I did set up Ela Farm Supply. Yeah, Tier 1. I'm starting everything at Tier 1. Remember that our goal is Tier 3. Which means it's going to take a minimum of 5 days of service to get our goal completed. While I'm thinking of it, as this thing comes flying in. sure 46 is about to be waiting for me, so we'll just get this hooked up. And I colored these log cars green so that we know where they go. They're going to go back to Walker, whereas the other ones will be sent up to Connolly Creek. And with that in mind, and all that set, we're going to send this train to Ela. It should be fine. 34 is gaining speed. 46 is about to make its first drop. Oh, wait, no. It did it again. At least this time it wasn't catastrophic. $46. This game is starting to lag too. I need to turn down some of the graphics settings. Agreed. Not that I'm really sure how you define emo circus as a genre anyway, but I'll trust your judgment on that. It's time for a bit of kick switching. Kicking. I don't even watch SpongeBob and I know that joke. Oh look, it's an ES&DT car. That means it'll kick perfectly, right? We have to kick that. So, let's check our switches. We don't want to go down that track. We'll send it down that track. How many cars go that way? That many. Ah, no, 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 no. Can be very challenging, apparently. That's dunked in. Those are set. It's too far back to count, which is just fine because we need to grab the other one anyway. Now we throw that switch. And we try again. Got these cars and those cars. we should probably throw that switch too, huh? And then these ones also go that way. You're good enough. They're still slogging. Passenger train is moving. Other passenger train is stalled. That freight's moving. I think everything's in motion now, so we can spend some more time on this. Well, that was too much. Those could roll a little more. We'll call that good there. And those might just couple again in a sec. Yeah. We have the spiff star here. So that one needs to, so this one needs to come with us. But the train leaves Almond on time, so despite the 2-minute delay we gave train 2, it is getting out of there on time. So we'll kick you there, we'll kick you in there, we'll pick it up, and we'll shove all of that onto here, and then we'll have it run around and make for the next train. Go, and now we do the same thing here. Oh, look, Seattle to North Coast car. Honk. Little much there. Alright, forward, out. I'm gonna keep that open. 34 is stalled. So what we're gonna do... Is that enough? Please tell me that's enough. I think that's enough. That's enough. And... So, yeah, 50... We're gonna have to keep an eye on that now because we need to make sure 55 doesn't go running off without its own train. If we look on the map, they didn't get very far out of Roto before they stalled. The previous me who kicked those cars up there was a bit vigorous. Alright. So, now, drop those. Tell you to go grab those. And I guess, you know, since we're down here, may as well pull that car out. Well, can we? Maybe we'll leave it. Because as long as it gets out today is all. And we will have another engine that comes back here. And by that point, maybe this car and that car will be ready. In the meantime, we do have a healthy amount of cars leaving. What? Did you stall again? Okay, what is wrong with this picture? Okay, so what I think we're gonna have to do... Are you just not pushing? Apparently that was the issue. I was hoping that MU would be enough, but apparently no, it's just been dragging its train the whole time. That's even more annoying. Does 34 even have water? Yeah, well, it's gonna have to stop for water in Nantahala. How's our other trains doing? So note to self, rear helper has to be shoving with all its might. 12 is just gonna have to hold the bait for a bit. Okay, our passenger trains are just about to meet, so that's good. They're actually gonna hold at Lesser until timetable, though. Or either that or they'll hold at the next station, because Lesser isn't really a stop. Well, actually, I look at it. I think 12 can make it up the hill. No. Yeah. No. We're gonna make 12 wait, because otherwise we'll have a train here and a train here and a train here and a train there, and they'll all be trying to get past each other. So, no. 12 will wait. Right, so we'll keep an eye on that. We're gonna go back here. Oh. Hang on. Ah! Oops. Okay. You need to go back. I forgot that the other train was there. Oops. Guess I should have put you in the hole at Almond. Put you up again. Well, you know, you still got another minute before you have to leave. You'll be fine. That's what timetables are for. It's second section, that's what it is. Okay, there we go. Let's go back to you now. Back to the train I'm supposed to be dealing with. I'll still keeping an eye on the other trains. Yeah, once this train gets over the top, we'll have 55 go back for its train, and it'll probably just have to hop in the hole at top then. "34, I think, can get down to Nantahala without delaying the passenger train too much. So we'll just keep an eye on this, and once this gets through top, then we'll grab 55. I'm not sure what happened to 10. Has 10 gotten to where it's supposed to be? Yeah, 10 is where it's supposed to be, so we'll have to go deal with that pretty soon, too. Oh, that's a Colorado Road Museum car. Where'd that come from? I don't remember which engine. Oh, that's the one being scrapped, and I think so. No, that's the one being repaired. Got another one being scrapped. Maybe that one. Now you can go grab those hoppers. And in the meantime, 55's getting close, but I think we've got time to pop over to 10. What? 10, you're not at the waypoint. 10, you're not at the waypoint. Why are you not at the waypoint? I told you to go to the waypoint. 10, why are you not at the waypoint? Did I say... Go to the waypoint! Let's go look at 55 real quick. They're getting pretty close. I think once this thing's about halfway down the siding, 34 will be good. You can see we got a Bryson car, a couple Gila cars, a bunch of Bryson cars, a whole pile of Whittier cars, the Robinson Gap cars because we're up to Tier 4 or Tier 5 now. Tier 4. And then a few more Bryson-ish cars. This thing is probably longer than top than siding. I hope it'll fit at Nantahala. Speaking of which, the other train is almost to Nantahala. Since we're running timetables now, we can officially classify this train as extra. Yeah, we don't fit in the siding. Haha. Well, maybe without the helper we do. I think we'll be all right. We won't be great, but we'll be all right. And yeah, once the engine's over the grade, momentum will carry it the rest of the way. Right about there. Alright, rush back for your cars. Because you have to grab them and then get back to Topton. And in the meantime, we're still waiting. Only one of those cars is ready. Oh. We'll grab it. Oh, well, there's another one ready. Guess we'll need to grab both of those, shove them up. Yeah. I got an idea. I got a brilliant idea. Look, yeah. So now 34 is sailing down the hill. Passenger train is almost to Nantahala, but baby train's behind it. We're gonna have to find a place to make the baby train. Well, baby train, I guess, can try to get up the hill. I don't think it'll work, they can try. It might make it. If not, it's gonna have to go find somewhere to sit and wait, because there's not a helper handy. And I don't think it'll be able to double. Alright, let's see if passenger train 1 is behind schedule. You're not making the bank, though. How much is the Santa Fe again? 36 grand because we don't have the discount. A lot of money. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut off that handbrake. We're just gonna shove everything out of the way. Once we get the message that the passenger train's in Nantahala, I'm gonna have to... Let's do that, and that'll automatically stop the passenger train. Take the cars for the interchange and we'll just drop them over here and shove the other cars back in. Okay, pass 1 is on time. That's good. It's gonna be late. I apologize. Although, given how fast it got through Wesser, it might not be too late. If we look at the timetable, it's due to leave Nantahala at 27. So if the big freight can get through there in about the next 5 minutes, it will not delay the passenger train. And maybe it can do that. Everything's running so late right now. Having the big train go so slow really stalled us out. Alright. Sec. So 55. Air up. Proceed to Topton. And 12, actually, you know what? I think what we can do with 12, we can at least get the first cut out. Let's do that. We'll get the first cut of cars out. And we'll just have you tuck them in behind the other train. Because I think you can do that before the passenger train gets up there. And 10's ready! This railroad is hopping. And judging by this song, so are the logs. Okay, where are you? You need to go right there. We'll take the first cut over to interchange. We can grab more later. And 30 is holding up, waiting for 48. Which is fair. Okay, yeah, we'll be fine. There's the freight now. Yeah, okay, the vendor is lettered. Let's customize that real quick. I should add, this is not one of the charter cabis. It does not haul people. It's part of the reason I want to sell it. It's basically, it's only like 3 tons, but it's dead weight. Look at all that train. Are you gonna... I hope you fit in the siding. If you don't fit in the siding, we're gonna have issues. I'm gonna extend your waypoint then. Take you up roughly to the water tower. Okay, we'll be fine. You are gonna be leaving right on schedule. Meanwhile, 46. Take your stuff to interchange. It'll take a couple minutes, but it'll be fine. And 10. Dropped off your cars. Go grab the rest of them. I gotta think about how we're gonna do this. This is facing the wrong way, so we'll have to switch it later. This needs to go to the log dump track, so we can get that train fixed up. And I guess everything else just goes into the yard for a bit. 48, switch against. Where do you have a switch against? I threw that switch. My game just froze. Why did my game just freeze? Is this that memory leak issue? Okay, what we need to do... Please hold. Let's restart the game. And I'm getting pinged everywhere. Alright, so we're just gonna load the last save. It looks like... Dang. Okay, I was just about to save too. So we'll grab the last autosave. And we'll see where it leaves us. Fortunately, it was only a couple minutes ago, so I don't think we'll lose too much. I'm glad I have the 5-minute autosaves. Alright, so back to the game. Look at you real quick. Throw that switch. Depart. I don't know what's wrong with you. Oh, just missed the tower. I'm gonna save real quick. Okay, whatever. So you need to go back to your train. And 46 needs to go back into interchange. Everything's going perfectly fine. And if we go look... Okay, 55 is now holding at Topton. And here comes 12. And what we're going to have 12 do is tuck in back here. And then it'll wait for the passenger train and maybe the other train to go by and go back for another load of pulpwood. If the other train can't make it up the hill, it's going to have to wait. For at least for 55. $48. I threw your switch. I know I threw your switch. How did you end up on that switch? I must have thrown that switch too. Okay, so 12, go there. Well, that's going to make things interesting for the next few trains. All right. And you go to Whittier. We're going to take you all the way up to the yard. Man, it's kind of weird having this train start in Bryson for somewhere else, huh? So first thing we're going to have to do is shove the repair train there. And then I guess we'll pull everything else into the yard so we can run around it. And then I guess we can drop off the one car. Maybe take the pulpit cars up Connolly? I don't know. In any case, we got a lot of stuff going on. And hey, look, more pulpwood cars. Those can go out on a later train. We'll have 11 deal with those later. How's 30 doing? Is 30 gonna make it? Well, 48 is going 15 miles an hour. 30 is slowing fast. I think 30 is gonna have to go back and wait. Go back and wait for help. Yeah, 30, you gotta go back and wait. We'll put you back in. No. we'll put you in the hall. And since I really don't know how long 34 is going to take to get anywhere, or do its things, we're going to send you to Brooks. I don't think you'll interfere with anything there. And I want to be really careful about blocking the main line when we do the Alarka stuff. Worst case, you could maybe shove everything into Alarka, then come back out. A lot of stuff, though. Don't worry, little engine that could. You'll get up there eventually. I'm gonna have 12 shove its train up just a little bit more. Last time I didn't give it enough shove and it had troubles. I want you almost touching the other train. So now we'll do that. We'll disconnect. And we'll set 2 handbrakes. .30's in the clear. We're going to reline our switches for the main. Uh, 46 is at its waypoint. But I want you to put your other cars here. And that way then you can get out. So, just for reference, the next passenger train is due into Andrews in about half an hour. So at that point, we'll probably call a stream. And then maybe we'll pick it up next time with the next set of trains. We're gonna save again. Probably should apply some of those handbrakes. How's 48 doing? It is making it up the hill. It's going a bit slow, but it is making it up. This is going to be the important test to see how well it can keep timetable with the heavier train. It seems like there's enough demand for it. Okay, you're waiting at Alarka for a bit. And we can send you up to here. We can tell you to go refill. So we're going to go back up and look at the other trains now. Not that there's really much to look at. Because 55's waiting on the passenger train. 34's on the way. 30's waiting for help. Passenger train is at Alarka. That's getting scrapped, and that's waiting for stuff. Waiting for the inbound cars. Let's go look at 10. Here's our sad wrecked that wrecked train. It's toast. And while there are 22 tons of repair parts here, privately the shop crews have sent me a telegram saying that from what they can tell, the damage to the log train is too severe for their shop to handle. So we're gonna have to drag this whole thing back to Bryson and load it up later. You're good. So for now, we'll just get the passenger train shoved in there. Then we'll run around the rest of the train, start dealing with it. And before we take this train away, we'll get the log cars in there. Because Whittier Sawmill cannot do anything without logs. Oh yeah, and again, we have no coal. No coal for the hole. Not an issue in this case, but it'll be an issue when the passenger train shows up. Hines Lumber. Thing name? I didn't realize we were near Hines. Thought that was way out in Oregon. Alright, so now you kick your cars out there. So we can run around them. Almost to the end of the playlist. We're gonna pop over to, well, 55 is probably gonna get blocked when it makes its station stop. We'll hang on a bit longer. While we're waiting. Alright, you are at waypoint. Conveniently enough, you pick. So now, go around. We're going to need to drag the cars back a little bit more to clear so that the wall cars can clear. then we can take the rest away. We'll take these 5 cars, put the house car where it goes, and then shove these up the hill. Yeah, you're gonna block. 43 is out of Hemingway. It didn't have the cabooses that might fit. I like the cabooses. That train leaves topped in. We're gonna need to give it more time. We're gonna do that. So for Nantahala, for this train, we're gonna make that 16. We're gonna cut that back down to 15. 15 seemed like enough. Make it a little better. Alright, 55 needs to get rolling. We're gonna put you here. And something I realized is this time, since 30's around, if we do this right, we can just have 30 take care of the car that goes to lumber. It's facing the right way. So we'll need to cut this off and do something with it. We'll figure it out. Maybe what we need to do then is reorganize that. So you go all the way down there. And 55, we'll put 55 on here because the car for there is right in the front. And then when we come back, we'll leave the boxcar on the short track, 30 to deal with. Yeah. Sounds like a plan. Let's go take care of 10 real quick. Go blasting through Whittier. Dump the air. Undump the air. Pick the car. Go grab the other cars. You know, I'm not sure when this car showed up at the interchange in Andrews. I remember it was a long time ago. It's kind of impressive that it only took 19 days to get there, as bad as the damage to the line was. So now, go up the branch, which is not loaded in yet. We're going to Connolly 2, which is this one. And since it's pulpwood, we want to be on this track. Yeah. So that'll be your shove. And once again... Oh, we forgot to drag those cars back. Well... Oops. That is future us problem. For the time being... let's go look at 12 real quick. You'll notice I'm saving a lot more frequently now. It's almost like there's a reason for that. Since we're not dealing with any more trains for a bit, you can start grabbing some cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll make it 6. Why not? Just don't run out of water. Pen is stopped for... Oh, that's right. I put a fusee up on the branch. That way, if one of my passenger trains auto runs up it, it doesn't go all the way up it. It is probably a bit close. So we'll have to put that. Okay, and our first passenger train is almost to Roto. No, no, it's at Roto. So we're going to take a break and go look at 46. Because I'm going to want to put you in the shop. Get you out of the way. Once you're watered up. We won't worry about coal this time. And our other train is at Bryson. The Roto train is going to be a little bit late now that we've adjusted the timetable, but not too badly. Yep, on time. See, look what happens when you tweak the schedule mid-game. Everything runs fine. And Bryson's given us lots of money. Still about 10 grand short of where we need to be for the Santa Fe, though. Yep. Yeah, so you are now out of the way. That's good. 12's making its way uptown. 55's almost to its destination. We're gonna go look at 55. So we just have the one car there to grab, and of course it's in the back, but next time sold the next one. How far has it moved in a while? We don't have a lot of trains pulling up here anymore. But that might change once we get the helper. Alright. We're gonna cut you off. And shove you back in there. T1, T1, T2, T2, T4, T4. And if we go take a quick overhead look here, where we've got T4s, a T3, T2s, and T1. We got a lot of cars going back. Hopefully this isn't going to interfere with another train. I think we'll be able to time it right, though. I'd be mostly worried about the other passenger train. We have to do some fun seesawing. He's gonna wait there until those cars are full. Everything else is just waiting. Oh, hey, look, another car. Oh, an outbound train will be ready. Good, doing good. Out of interest. 5 more hours till the Mastodon is ready. And probably what will happen is the Mastodon will take over for the short train out of Bryson. And then the 30 can take a break. It'll just be a spare. And as for everything else, 34 I think is actually going to be able to do the Alarka Junction turn without getting in the way. That's you. We're pretty close to getting our first train in on timetable. It's only a little bit late. What time is it doing now? We've extended the schedule so much. 8:03. Yeah, I don't have that. I'm once again gonna, well, while we're doing stuff, it's time for the channel plugs. If you like Danish stuff, I put out some Danish videos recently, go see that. If you like Steam stuff, my last short was about Steam, go see that. I don't have a Discord, but if you go check out Midland 1072 Productions, he has a Discord, and you can sometimes find me there. And, you know, the like, subscribe as you will. Or don't. put that one there, I guess. We're gonna have to shove that out of the way. CK and S. Condon, Kinzua, and Southern, that's what that is. And probably in a few weeks I will have another video out, because I'm going to another train show this weekend. It's going to be the Clamshell Railroad Days in Ilwaco. So I'll be there with the Owen 30 Club, and I will probably be making a video afterwards. It's not a huge show, so it won't be a long video, super long video, but, you know, it'll be something. I'm definitely getting some lag in this game now. Probably because I'm streaming. But, yeah. That didn't go very far. Gotta shove that back in to where it's supposed to be. Nope. Okay. That is all the way back. Alright, take yourself back to here, and we're gonna have to set that boxcar out. And 12 is where it needs to be. So 12 can go back for another round. And 48 says there's a switch line against them. 48. Oh! Oh. That's not the switch you were supposed to have lined against you. Well, this is the switch I want lined against, so that... Or no. I guess that and that. That way you stop before we can get you turned. But hey, that means the passenger train is almost where it needs to be. And the other train is at Ela. It's excellent. Well, we'll go grab some more cars, and I guess we'll just leave the other ones there, whatever it doesn't take. Maybe it can get all the way back? Probably not. We'll probably have to hold up at Roto for the next passenger train, because we'll probably do a time skip once both trains are reset and ready. Also, have you ever noticed this thing is such a chonker? The bell is on the side. It's not on top, it's not under the running board, it's on the side of the boiler. Kind of weird, if you ask me. $34. Okay, 34, you can continue onwards. Because I don't think you're... Because I think you can do your thing without having to block another train. Ela, $432. And one more thing, just to show you the faster count. No one's waiting. That's because, according to the timetable, there's not a train due. If we were to send a passenger train up the line right now, we would get no one. Alright, so we're gonna kick this car over to the side. Schedule this... Did you... You haven't given me any money yet. But it's nice that it holds at the station instead of automatically running off. So we'll kick this car up that way. I should go look. Does 48 actually have... Okay, no, it's still dropping off passengers. That's the issue. Ew. Hard dunk. Well, okay. So you continue to Hewitt. There we go. $1,300. Nice. And I think we're gonna... Well, actually, where's 43 at? If 43 is close enough, we'll just have 43 complete its run, and then we'll end stream. In the meantime, I guess you can come up here, and that way you can start getting U-turned. And this time we will try and get the passenger cars in the right spot relative to the caboose. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. You go get the next bit. And yeah, you're gonna be low enough on water. You could maybe get the last few, but it's not really worth it. So what we'll do, when we run around, we will have that car like that. And we'll take the first two passenger cars with us around the Y, and we'll just like shove the caboose out of the way. Seems like a good plan. They're fine. They'll have plenty of standing time. And then we'll load up on coal before we leave, too. And if we take a quick look over here... Not much else ready to go out. We are going to need pulpwood pretty soon. But I think 43 is almost to its stop. Yep. How many people does it have? Quite a few. And just like that, we have made it to Whittier. Our first set of timetable trains are complete, and we are going to end the stream here, folks. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back probably sometime next week. Have a good night. Take care.